Hello everyone. So today we'll be discussing on relationships of MS Access. So before we get into the details of relationship, the MS Access part of relationship, just to give a brief overview of what relationship means for those people who don't have much knowledge into database management system. For others, they obviously know. So relationship is basically how the tables are mapped with one another. Say, for example, we have student details out here, and if you just open that student details table, we have student ID, student name, student age, gender, student address, student phone number. So basically, the details of the student, and we have specialization, which deals with the specializations that we have, like the specializations that we offer. Now, talking about student specialization mapping is basically a table where we map the student ID with the specialization ID. So, like which student has which specialization, this mapping is done in this table. So, basically, this table links these two tables. The student details and student specialization is linked by uh, stu- uh, student specialization mapping. So basically, what mapping mean, I mean, what relationship means is how they are linked with one another. So talking about relationship, there are a couple of key terms which everyone needs to know. That is, there is a the mapping that exactly what I was talking about a couple of minutes back. That there is a mapping between different tables. So these two tables are linked. Specialization table and student details table are linked with one another in terms of student specialization mapping. Okay, so over here, this mapping is how are they linked. So one student can be a part of one specialization. Okay, one student can be a part of two specializations. So student and specialization are mapped in one to many. So one, that is one student mapped with one specialization. So when we talk about student specialization mapping, over here the student ID and specialization ID are there. So one student ID, across one student ID, I can have multiple specializations. Okay, and across multiple specialization ID, if I talk about specialization ID, for one specialization ID we can have multiple students. So specialization ID over here and specialization, these two are mapped on one to many. So for one specialization ID, that is marketing, we can have multiple records in this table. So that is one to many. And over here talking about students, when the student ID is there, for across one student ID, we can have multiple specializations. So this record can have multiple records in terms of student ID. Like, I mean, one student can have multiple specializations. So from the student details ID, that is the student's enrollment number or the ID, with that, we can have multiple records over here. So that mapping is done. I mean, that is one to many. Now talking about many to many mapping is when these are the situations where there are multiple reading both ways. Like for one student, we can have multiple specializations, and for one specialization, we can have multiple students. So if I map these two with if I don't have this mapping table, if I can directly put them over here in the student details, I have the relationship ID and the specialization ID, and in specialization table, I have the student ID. In that case, what would have happened? We can have multiple readings for each of the records. So that is many to many mapping. And so we have one to many mapping. We have done I mean discussed about many to one mapping. Now we will discuss about many to we have discussed about one to many mapping and many to many mapping. So now we'll talk about one to one mapping. So say we are talking about student ID. For one student ID, we are not allowing say multiple specialization. The dual specialization concept is not there. So in that case, what would have happened? For one student ID, I would have got only one record in this specialization. So that way it is one to one mapping. And prime ideally it is done when the primary keys are mapped to one another. Okay. So you know about primary keys, I guess. Primary keys, in each table there is a primary key which like deals with which is the unique value. So it is the value of that ID cannot repeat in this table, in that particular table. So that is called uh, primary key. So that's the basic concept of specialization. I mean, that's the basic concept of relationship mappings, the categories of relationship that are there, and also primary key, foreign key, like on I mean relationship. So basically, we also call it referential integrity. So in foreign key, the mapping that is done, like we map student ID with the student ID of the student details table with the student ID of stud specialization mapping. So in stud specialization mapping, this table student ID is the foreign key, whereas in student details table, this is the primary key. So that's how they are linked. This is called referential integrity, where one table's data is linked with another table in terms of the primary key of the first table and the foreign key of the second table. Okay. So that's a basic theoretical approach, I mean, concept, that is the database management system concept of this relationship concept. And now we'll go into how to create relationships in MS Access. So now talking about the table relationship creation part, we have database tools, and over here we have this relationship. So first we need to go to database tools. Next we need to click on relationships. Okay. So now I got the relationship tab open. Now I can create relationship. Okay. So I'll select a table. Now I'll click on show tables. Okay. So now we have multiple options. So as you could see that we need to click over here, show tables. Now I will select which are the tables I need to add. So I'll be adding specialization. I'll be adding stud specialization mapping because that is a mapping table, and I'll add student details. So these are all the tables that I will use. So as you can see, when I clicked on add, it got added. Also, we can use shift down or control shift. I mean, click on control and click with mouse click. We can select multiple tables over here. And now, after we are done, we'll close that. So these are the tables that are already there. You can, in order to make it visually appealing, you can drag and drop and make the design more like better. I just put it in the center and I just increase the space. So you can just make it look visually more appealing. So now what we will do, we'll create a relationship. So for that, what we will do, we'll go to in the design tab. This is the edit relationships table. I mean option. We need to click over here. It's there in tools. So now we'll create one relationship. So we'll click on create new. Now left table. So basically this left and right is the concept of joining. So in the table from the deep, again talking to the referring to the DBMS concept of data joining or table joining. Tables join in terms of foreign key and primary key. So the left deals with the primary key and the right is the foreign key. Okay. So which table was my now I am joining now I'm joining the specialization table with specialization students table. So we will join based on the primary key of specialization with specialization student specialization mapping. So what we will do, we'll take specialization because we'll join based on specialization's ID, which is the primary key of specialization. So this is very important. You should always focus on primary key having on the left side and the foreign key in the right side, because else if I just write the reverse of the relationship, the data will come in a very like like the wrong data can show because the tables are mapped in that way. So you should always have the foreign key at the right and the primary key at the left. So that is a basic SQL level. What should I say? This is a SQL level functionality that I need that we everyone needs to know. So now specialization, I have already selected left table specialization, and the column will be I. Sorry, the column will be ID. So the drop down we can select the columns. Now I'll move on to the right table. So the right table name is student specialization mapping, and the column will be uh, specialization ID. Okay, so click on OK. Now we need to fill one more table, one more option, that is in enforce referential integrity, because so that we can have that foreign key primary key relationship. It is basically why, because the concept of data deletion, when we are creating relationships, we are linking two tables together. So to in order to maintain data consistency, that is the data doesn't get inconsistent. In order to delete a column, delete a data from the primary key, like the table in which the primary key is there. So like if I want to delete a specialization, so prior to deleting a specialization, I need to delete all the records that are there in student specialization mapped with specialize that particular specialization ID. So if I need to delete marketing, what we need to do, we need to first go to student specialization mapping, delete all the records of marketing, then only I can come and delete that marketing ID. Because if marketing ID is not here in specialization, but the data is there in the student specialization mapping, the data will be inconsistent. So in order to maintain that, first we need to delete all the records for that particular ID in the table in which that ID is foreign key. Okay. So there is a tree-like structure that we need to follow in order to delete a data. We need to first delete that the prior, I mean the child tables, and then we delete the root table. So that's how we call it in terms of uh, DBMS. So first we need to delete the prior foreign key data, and then we go move on to primary key data. So that in order to have that, we have to have this enforced referential integrity so that those approaches are maintained. And now you can see that there is a relationship type one to many. So if Access by default gives you this mapping, so they can directly figure out that you are mapping like ID with one special one primary key with a foreign key. So now if I change it, say, so this becomes intermediate. And now if I want to use a different key, say I use the primary key of this table, this becomes one to one. So primary key mapping is always one to one, and many to many is the one that they mentioned as intermediate. And that is when we are having one no primary keys in the entire relationship, which is a very bad practice. So now we are using primary key and I mean the specialization ID with the specialization ID. So it's one to many mapping. Uh, there's one more thing that I want to mention over here, that is join type. So in join, when I click on join type, it will show me three types of joins. Okay. The first one is by default selected, and this is the one that we always follow. That is only include rows where joined fields from both tables are equal. So this is the concept of outer join, in which all the exact mapping, or outer join or equijoin, as you can also say, that in which the like it will include the joint tables from where both the tables are equal. That is only the records that are there in that particular ID will be shown. So what it in this case, what it means is basically it will join these two tables based on the ID. So if I find this ID in there is an ID value in this specialization table, but that ID value is not there in specialization. I mean, to specialization mapping table, it will not have that in the joint form. But if I have like say if I have a ID value 3 for marketing, but I don't have any record of marketing in specialization ID, this joining will not take place. So that marketing will be ignored. So something like that. But if I talk about the other two, that is include the second one, that is include all records from specialization and only those from stud specialization mapping where the joint record fields are equal. So basically this is called left outer join, in which the specialization is the left table, stud specialization mapping is the right table, and it what it will do, it will take all the records of the left table and map with the right table in the sections where they don't find a value in the right table. As I was explaining, say for example we don't have a marketing mapping, there no students have opted for marketing, so marketing corresponding to marketing, the IDs will show as null, because there in the stud mapping there is no value, so it will take as null value. Okay. In case of the previous one, those data will not be shown in the first, so you will not be able to see them. Now talking about include all records from stud specialization mapping and all those which are into specialization where the joins are left. So basically this is called right outer join, in which the right table, it will take all the values from the right table, and from the corresponding values in the left table where there are no records for that particular table, it will show as null value. So it's something like that. So this is how these are the type categories of joins. you can just get to brush up your database management concepts. So you will get this left join, out, left outer join, right outer join, and full outer join. So that those are basically the things that are there, and that's it. So now we'll create on click on create. Okay. So just a minute. Okay, so we were having a little bit of challenge because I had already created these two tables. I already mapped them as foreign key and primary key. So that it was showing an error. So while you will try it for yourself for the first time, it will not happen. So now we have already mapped with specialization in terms of specialization ID and specialization ID. So you can see that ID of specialization table and the specialization ID of stood specialization mapping table have been mapped. So now I'll create another relationship. So I'll again go to edit relationships and I'll click on create new. I'll click on student details and student details, student specialization mapping. I'll map them in terms of student ID. So I'll click on OK and I'll click on create. So you need to click on this enforce referential integrity also, but I will not do it because I had already created it. So this is it. So, so as you can see that you can just drag and drop in order to make it look a bit like nice. So this student ID is mapped with student ID. This ID is mapped with the specialization ID. You can also edit them by you need to click over here and right click. So you'll get this pop up. You can edit it from here. You can change the join type. You can change the IDs. You can change everything that you feel like. So that's all in terms of relationship. And in the next class, we'll be covering forms. So that's it. Thank you.